I am Marta. My hands smell like soap and coffee because that's how every day starts here. Washing off yesterday to cook a little hope for today. But first, let me go back to where the floor of our house shifted. Gabriel was 4. Caio was 3. They slept on the same thin mattress, forehead to forehead, breathing like 2 puppies that hadn't learned to fear the world. Their father had a small backpack and a big silence. He said he was going to try life somewhere else. I asked if life couldn't be tried right here, next to us. He looked at the ground, kissed the boys' foreheads, and went down the stairs with steps I never heard again. That afternoon, I sat on the floor with my boys and built a city out of bottle caps. Gabriel lined them up like cars on an avenue. Caio turned each cap into a sun, a clock, a button. I told them, "We're 3 now, but the world still fits in here." They laughed and asked for juice. I served juice. Inside the fridge there was water, a spoon of beans, and courage. The next years taught me to be scissors, needle, and knot. Mornings I cleaned houses, afternoons I cooked in the school kitchen, the smell of garlic and onions turning into good memories inside my boys' notebooks. Nights I sewed uniforms and fell asleep with my fingers still holding the thread. The street taught my body to read sounds, the bread cart, the whistle from the dirt field, the siren that sometimes passed without ever looking up our hill. Gabriel grew first in his eyes. At 6, he crossed the alley wearing pride like a jacket. "I'll take the trash out, Mom. I'm the man of the house." I told him that in here we are us, not the man. He pouted but still held my hand in secret, a child confessing he was still a child. Caio, at 5, had curiosity that opened invisible drawers. He took radios apart with a spoon and put them back together like he could talk to wires. On Gabriel's 7th birthday, I baked corn cake with a match as a candle. We blew fast so no one burned a tongue. He got a used soccer ball that shone like gold in his hands. We played on the rooftop, 3 chairs as goals, kicks that went far, and laughter that came back. For Caio's 6th, a neighbor, Adilson, who fixes fans behind his house, gave him a hardcover notebook. "For the scientist," he said. Caio drew a kite and wrote underneath, "I want to know why the wind obeys the string." School became a map. Teacher Lucia said my boys had beautiful paths. They just needed a guide and a lantern. I was the guide. I skipped 2 days of work to go to meetings. I brought clean notebooks, sharp pencils, and snacks wrapped with care. I wanted the world to know that in our home the future wore ironed clothes. Years walked on. 9 and 8. 10 and 9. The roof got an antenna, the hallway got a crack, and I collected calluses with the names of bills. Their father sent a message once, apologies that were born too late. Gabriel read it in secret and was angry at everything all day. At night, he put his head in my lap and asked why some boats choose the wrong sea. I told him some seas pretend to be roads but are only water asking for more water. Adolescence slipped in like wind through a gap without knocking. Gabriel, at 14, started growing outside the lines. One night, he came home with a cap I didn't buy. Another night with sneakers our budget didn't match. He said he was helping friends, carrying packages, taking messages, guiding people who didn't know the maze. I heard the word help and recognized how often it is the door trouble uses first. Caio, at 13, spent afternoons in Mr. Adelson's workshop listening to motors open. "Listen, Mom, the wires are singing," I laughed. Then learned the lyrics. He started a Saturday electrical course at the community NGO. Yellow t-shirt I washed by hand to make it last. I tried every patch a mother knows. I asked the school about the electrician course for Gabriel too. I begged the dirt field coach to take him on, because the shouts of a game are sounds that push other sounds away. I got him a spot helping Mrs. Irene at her snack kiosk at the base of the hill. He went 2 days. On the third he came later, smelling like gasoline and being seen. Just today, Mom, fast money. Tomorrow I'll go back to the kiosk. Tomorrow is sometimes a place that doesn't exist. One night I called both of them to dinner. Rice, eggs, and a hard conversation. Gabriel, what are you delivering? Grown-up things. I just carry. I don't even look. But the world looks. He laughed without humor. The world doesn't look at us, Mom. I said that when the world doesn't look, we turn the light on. I showed him Cayo's notebook filled with hand-drawn circuits. I said I wanted Gabriel's name on a certificate too. He went quiet, then washed the dishes like someone apologizing with soap. A month later, the street changed rhythm. Corner whispers, motorcycles at odd hours, doors slamming without wind. I wrote a note and slid it into Gabriel's pocket in the morning. Come home before the sky gets dark. He read it, folded it carefully, and kept it. I'll be back for dinner. He kissed my forehead, the way his father did years ago, and took the same stairs down. I stayed on the step, feeling that time had turned around. Before noon, the alley half closed its eyelids. People moving fast, messages with no periods, rumors of an operation down below. Everyone here knows what that means. Kids inside, stairs empty, short prayers. I called Gabriel. Nothing. I called again. Nothing. I told myself, signal runs away when fear arrives. I told myself he was safe because mothers need a sentence to keep pulling air. Then came the sound I know. Many feet running together, news in a hurry, names flying from mouth to mouth. They're stopping everyone. They closed the way down. Someone fell. I shoved on my sandals without looking and went, heart hanging by a wire. The mouth of the alley became a zipper of people. Some filming, some praying, some repeating prayers that only work when they have a name. I pressed through using mine like a password. Gabriel, Gabriel, Gabriel. I saw first a shoe I recognized, then a jacket, then a hand I had held when it was the size of a mango. The world turned the volume off. They had covered him with a sheet the color of clouds before rain. No blood, no scene. Just the heaviest silence I have ever heard. I kneeled and touched the edge of the fabric the way I used to lift his blanket to check if he'd fallen asleep. I found you, I whispered. I'm here. People will tell versions, fault, minute, choice. Mine is shorter. Crime took my son in installments. First, it borrowed his hunger and returned it as pride. Then it dressed him in other people's respect. Then it spoke louder than I did, collected the whole debt at once. I walked home with his cap in one hand and the note in the other, ink smudged by heat and fear. Cayo opened the door. He was 12, but his face held a tired baby and a frightened old man at the same time. Oh, grow different now, I said. He nodded. I made soup because hands need tasks when the heart is drowning. Cayo opened the door. He was 12, but his face held a tired baby and a frightened old man at the same time. We're going to grow different now, I said. He nodded. I made soup because hands need tasks when the heart is drowning. The days after became a steep staircase. I woke early and washed one of Gabriel's shirts as if he might come back hungry. I called the community center about the electrician course for Cayo. Any spots? Yes, the woman said. I marked the calendar with a cheap blue pen that skips but insists. I cleaned the window until the city came back into focus, because grief fogs the glass and guilt stains the mirror. Mrs. Irene arrived with a tray of cake. Mr. Adelson brought a big flashlight for when the power goes. I looked at the flashlight and understood my job, to become borrowed light until Caio learns to be a lamppost. On the day of Caio's first class, the NGO told students to bring a light bulb. He left in his yellow t-shirt, carrying the scientist's notebook and Adelson's flashlight. He came back talking about phase, neutral, and ground like he'd discovered 3 new planets. We ran an extension down our stairs and lit the steps with warm light. Neighbors walked a little slower. A boy from another alley read a sign Caio drew. "Come home before the sky gets dark." He smiled without understanding, but he read it out loud. Sometimes the world learns by echo. On Sunday, I took Caio to the soccer field. The mothers who know everything held me with a different kind of strength, the kind that says, "I can't bring back what left, but I can stand here until you remember how to breathe." At halftime, a kid the same age Gabriel would be, same walk, same hunger to be seen, asked for water. I handed him my bottle and said, "The long way home is the one that saves you." He made a face at my proverb and drank anyway. I am Marta, and this part is for anyone really listening, for the boys who like shortcuts, who think the hill owes you something. The hill owes nothing. It charges. It charges your sleep, your laughter, your mother's hair, and at the end it charges your name. Choose the long way home. Choose the boring job that becomes a beautiful skill. Choose the friend who pulls you to the field when the alley calls. Choose the Saturday course, the notebook that doesn't lie, the music that doesn't cover the sound of your conscience.